see before you is my wall, and this wall's entire purpose is to help me collect every LEGO Star Wars minifigure ever made. I've got a large amount of them, I'm over halfway there, but all these little holes in there are guys I still need. Well, today I've got several new minifigures that we're going to be adding to the wall. And down here, for those of you who've been following for a little bit, I've expanded the wall to include the new 2023 minifigures. So we'll be filling in some gaps today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first up we have some Imperials. On the left here is Grand Moff Tarkin. He came out first in 2006 in the Death Star set, so he's pretty old. Surprisingly, he's not very valuable. He's about like an $8 minifigure, not super rare to find. He's got a pretty basic printing. This is before they started printing, you know, the eyeballs, so like Palpatine has here. He's just got solid black pupils there. Pretty solid in the front, nothing in the back. He's got no alternate head, so it makes sense for an $8 minifigure. In the middle, we have Emperor Palpatine, and this is a version with spongy cape is what they call it. He first came out in 2016 in the Darth Vader's transformation set, and this is a pretty solid minifigure. He's got the tan skin. He's got pretty solid printing on the cloak. On his head there, it's good looking. He's got an alternate head where he's, you know, kind of smiling, grimacing. But what makes him unique is this like spongy cloth cape there. It's pretty cool. Nothing on the back there. This is a solid Palpatine. I think this is like the standout version in my opinion before they switched over the cloak pieces up top. And this is also about the $7 to $8 minifigure. On the right here is a very cool minifigure, very unique. So this is the MOC droid. And he first came out in 2017 in a Freemaker set. He is by far the most valuable one of these three. He goes for about $35, $34. He's not a super common, and he looks really, really cool. He's got some amazing printing on the front, on his torso and legs, and then on the back here as well. You can kind of see underneath there, he's got some pretty decent printing. And he's got the Inquisitor's armor for that piece in the middle, but that headpiece is just a molded one, and it's very cool. It's very unique. It looks like a bounty hunter from the Clone Wars. I can't remember his name, but it's a cool minifigure. He's very, very nice to have in the collection. But let's get on the next ones. All right, next up we have an Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker. So these guys both came out in the same set, Obi-Wan's Hut, back in 2020, and they're decent minifigures. I mean, they're not super exciting. We've got a million old man Obi-Wans and a million farm boy Luke Skywalkers, but what makes Obi-Wan here exclusive is his torso. It's just his solid robes, no brown overcoat, and then also that head there. Nice printing on the back there is no alternate head, which is pretty rare to find nowadays. On the right, we have Farm Boy Luke, and what makes him exclusive is this poncho piece. And this is actually a really cool piece. It makes him a lot harder, or not a lot harder to get, a little more pricier. He's about a $6 to $7 minifigure, while Obi-Wan comes in at a little less, around like $3 to $4. Because a lot of people want that poncho. It's pretty versatile for Star Wars, you know, mock making and such. Underneath there, he's just got the standard farm boy garb, and then on the back there is a smiling head. Unfortunately, mine looks like it's chewed up a little bit, but that does it for these two guys. Let's get on to the next ones. All right, next up we have a couple guys from Rise of Skywalker. On the left here we have General Pride, and on the right we have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So both of these guys came out in 2019 in the Kylo Ren shuttle set, and both are pretty good figures. For Kylo Ren is amazing, I'll get to him in a second. Then Pride is just pretty good. I mean, he's not a very interestingly designed character, but I think they do the character justice. He's got some decent printing on the front there, on the head. He does have an alternate face for more like serious look. Solid figure. He's about like $7 to $8, not super hard to find. On the right here we have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and he is pretty awesome in my opinion. So he's got the helmet here, and he's got like those cracks in there for when he remelds it back together. He's got his lightsaber. Surprisingly, this is the first time I've been able to pick up the cross-guard Kylo Ren lightsaber, so I'm glad to finally have that in my collection. Then underneath, he has the updated head with the scar on it, and then also a angry face in the back there. Then some printing on the back as well. And this is a much harder sought after minifigure. He's anywhere between $15 to $20. So not super expensive, but definitely not cheap either. But that does it for these two guys. Let's get on the next one. So next up we have some 332nd Clone Troopers. These guys all came out this year in the 332nd Clone Trooper Battle Pack. And these guys are all pretty nice, I think. They're pretty controversial though because of the helmet holes that they all have. A lot of people don't like them. I, however, don't mind them. I don't think it detract from the minifigure too much, and they allow us to, put in these attachments. So what do these guys have to offer? On the left here we have the 332nd Jet Trooper, and what makes him unique is of course his jetpack. He has the updated helmet piece with the hole in there. Otherwise he's very similar to the original 332nd Trooper. In the middle we have Captain Vaughn. So this guy was in the Clone Wars Season 7 very briefly. He had a tragic death, but this minifigure is a massive letdown in my opinion. The colors aren't right, like he should be a darker orange. His visor should have printing on it. It is nice that they gave us a little bit of an updated torso, so you can see he's got his cap and insignia, and then also a jetpack on the back, which is nice, but the helmet is very lacking and just doesn't do Vaughn justice. But on the right here is just a standard 332nd Clone Trooper, and is almost completely identical to the previous 332nd Trooper, except for, of course, the helmet hole on the back, and there's some slight minor differences on the helmet printing as well. But that does it for these three guys. Let's get on to the next ones. Alrighty, next up we have some characters from Ahsoka. So these three all came out last year in the Ghosts updated set. We have Chopper, Jason, and Hera. And these three are all pretty good minifigures. So it's really nice to have them update again. Like Chopper, it's been a really long time since he came out. He's got really nice back printing and dome printing for him. He's got like his little antenna up there. And he's got the short little legs again, which is cool to see on him. This is the old version of Chopper. I almost prefer the old version compared to the new one, because this version is supposed to be like the Rebels cartoon, and I think this one looks a lot more realistic than this one, but still pretty solid minifigure. In the middle there we have Jason, which is Hera's son. He's got really nice printing on the front there, as well as on the back. He has an alternate head there, but is kind of inaccurate to the show. He should have green hair, green eyebrows. So everyone's wondering if they'll do an updated printing like they did with the old black-haired Kanan. I doubt it. I hope not. But that's what Jason looks like. Not super disappointing. He's just a figure. On the right there we have Hera, which is by far my favorite of these three. She was in dire need of an update just because it's been so long since we've gotten her, and she does not disappoint. She's got a really nice printing all around. I really like that she's got her Rebel General badge right there. On the back is her Ghost Crew jacket. She's got printing on her tails, the tail pieces there. And then compared to the old version, it's a lot nicer, I think. She has some updated printing. It looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, all in all, I think three very solid minifigures with some minor tweaks can make them even better. But let's get on to the last two guys. And last but certainly not least, we have two more characters from the Ghost Crew set. On the left here, we have First Officer Hawkins, and on the right is Lieutenant Beta. So both of these guys appeared very briefly in the Ahsoka TV series, and these are really good minifigures. It's awesome to get a Republic officer, a new Republic officer, a Rebel Alliance officer uniform. So it's cool to get him. And then on the right there is a Mon Calamari again. It's always awesome to get more aliens in a pilot uniform. So Lieutenant Beta looks really cool. On the back, they're just pretty standard printing. And this is actually an exclusive Mon Calamari head. It's different from Admiral Akbar or anyone else they've done. So it's pretty cool to get him. Both of these pretty awesome minifigures, I think, in my opinion, can expand different scenes or mocks in pretty good ways, and they're just cool figures to add to the wall. But that does it for the minifigures, so let's go add them to the wall real quick. Alrighty, so here's everyone on the wall. So as you can see, the wall is now expanded. We're including the minifigures of 2023. Lots and lots of gaps down there, but we'll fill those in pretty quickly. But let's see where everyone ended up. So up here, we got Grand Moff Tarkin. Down below, we have Emperor Palpatine. And then the MOC droid. Over here we have that Luke and Obi-Wan. A little further down we have Admiral Pride and then Kylo Ren. And then starting off the 2023 figures, we actually have Vaughn and the 332nd Troopers, and then the Ghost Crew, including Hera, Chopper, and Jason, and the other two guys. So that's what we've got so far. 15 more guys added to the wall. We got many more to go. Lots of new spaces to fill out here, and glad to get all the new room for the base plates. That should cover us for at least another year. We'll see how many more get pumped out. But that does it for this one. I'll see you guys next time.